Hello, happy Monday. Here is a personal power reminder to think better, feel better, be better for a conscious creation, living with clarity. So today's reminder we got here is the healing fear. Healing fear. It's the sixth energy center, third eye, color indigo, which is about intuition, intellect, perception, mind. That's what the energy center. And to go with, to go with, uh, sorry, just organizing. To go with a fear, which is one of the five human basic emotions: love, joy, fear, anger, and sadness. And okay, so when this emotion, the fear, each emotion bring in information, and particularly this fear is that when we connect to the future self, future, it hasn't happened yet, and then what is going to be like, unfamiliar, never know what is going to happen, and that creates fear. Hi Mel, thanks for moving back here. That's what the fear for about. So the information emotion the fear bringing is to get some information, educate self, and to fit to, oh okay, the possibility and probability. Yay. The so then get some information, then fear disappear. It's weird, couldn't. Yeah, sometimes it's that this platform changes without advanced notification, you know, so that frustrates us, but that's what they do. And then portion by portion, they just do it, and perhaps sometimes we are in the group and then just small portion of us get influenced or vice, so never know what is going to happen. So right, maybe that they change to the broadcaster also need to be the subscription account or something, So never know that policy changes and it's all happened, and that really frustrates. But I learned that they're in this last quarter century being in the community is that change is the uh, the moving sign. So we got to be find a way to piece out of this frustrating situation. Yeah, unless otherwise we get always frustrated. It's like stressed out all the time. Fixing is good too. Flexible. Yeah, it's like it to be okay to that happening. That's what I learned being in the digital community. Unless otherwise, it's just too many stressed on top of everything. It's like, but many of us becoming familiar with that. There isn't a bug and then it's not working. But before these technology and open resource to create and like a patchwork into developing something new, and before that we purchased the perfect product. So if it's not perfect, then we complain and depraise or to canceling that service or product. But it's not the case. It's the old centuries way of participating. This is the periscope, and then now we have, yeah. So too much investing and too much expecting is such a danger to own, you know, own effort, and to expectation need to be adjusted. So I'm getting familiar with it, but still, and then at some point that I became like, well, whatever, that I don't follow anything anymore. But that's also danger because we are living in a society. So doing something, catching up with being part of change is sort of important to having a new shoe. Um, so we need a clothes to go out and then connect people. So it's nice to have some casual and being comfortable if it's something is broken or something is not functioning as the way that it's rain, I didn't have an umbrella, what the heck. So that type of way of connecting. But when we are really prepared and to expecting to be perfect, and then it's just like that gap is such an hassle, and then it requires energy, extra energy, to maintain the well-being and wellness. That's what I learned during this last several years doing this. And then still looking for some comfortable way, shooting for imperfect, embracing the imperfection, but to be as more, like a nicer way of adjusting self. And that's practice, I guess. The practice makes refine um, outcome, so to speak. But as long as we can connect here, that's the wonderful things. If we don't have any other choice, then unable to communicate. So thanks for that. We are good. Yeah. So okay, I am wanting to check the comment here, so then it's easier to see, but unsuccessful. Oh well, that's a good try on me. Okay, so here is the thank you, Mel. Me too, happy to be able to start the week with you. So again, that not again, I mean, just mentioning about that this country just had the holiday weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I feel like overly relaxed and stretched out, and wanted to catch up the tempo this Monday. And then realized that physical factual reality requires earthy dedication, and I was underestimated the linear time requirement for the tasks that I wanted to do this day. But I'm glad that I accomplished some steps, was in my list for long enough, finally done that. So yay for me. So coming back to here, that reminder for this week, I think this is really good. Healing fear, the sixth energy center, intuition, intellect, perception, how we're gonna perceive, digest, and think about, resonate. Fearful means like a thinking ahead of time, thinking about future, so unsure what it's going to be like, feeling fearful. Here is the healthy thought. When it comes to a problem that makes me anxious, I approach it and do not avoid it. I have an ultimate resource of courage and spirit within me. This is really good to connecting from the last week's reminder. I repeat, when it comes to a problem that makes me anxious, I approach it and do not avoid it. I have an ultimate resource of courage and spirit within me. So using whatever we just think about, knowing about, wondering about, but it's the different part of ourselves, our gut feeling, the spirit or the resource is available to get familiar with it, take care of that problem. It's so interesting that over the weekend, some quote from the American nun that I forgot the name, but I just got some quote that I wanted to share as on a post over the Instagram later on. That someone was crafted picking these quote of hers about problem solving or something, getting out of the challenging situation or something. It was interesting, and some quote got my attention is that do not avoid it. That's basically the Buddhism-ish fundamental thinking, perhaps. I'm unsure about that. But where I came from is the Buddhism is in the school curriculum without much aware of that. So influenced by Buddhism in somewhere, and then that is also implemented in the school curriculum when I was raised in this country. So it's the it's must go through with the pain. It's so uncomfortable, but deal with it and then to learn from it. That's kind of sour experience, but it's so true. It's like a holistic approach in some way that to going through and feeling that sensation called pain, discomfort is part of the process. So how we're going to use and learn and awaken is our choice to go through that experience. Some kind of like that. And then what I'm talking about is the fear, and yeah, the problem that makes me anxious. I approach it and do not avoid it. So the avoidance is like feeling the pain, fever, and then get some medicine and to dissolve the fever. That's one of the way to taking care of that needs to have that pain gone. But underneath of that, it's still needing our attention to work on it, taking care of. So then the word I was so taken into was the overcoming is not the true word according to that nun though. Then I thought that my word is to taking care of that thing. It's like a not overcoming or getting rid of. It's more of take care. as a good thing or bad thing, but what comes to our life, and then we dedicate and take care sincerely, even if it's negative excitement. But we dedicate and take care with whatever that available that we have right now to sincerely take care to dissolve. Anyhow, coming back here. So, um, that's the I have an unlimited resource of courage and spirit within me. That's the healthy thought. Preparing through the experience, preventing through. Yeah, I mean it's easily get avoiding because the negative is like postponing something like that. Yeah, the negative is the postponing. Oh, it's that it could happen. It's like a deadline, and gotta do this, gotta do that, da. But it's gonna be a it's gonna grow. The deadline comes closer, closer, and then tomorrow, and it's the 5 p.m. today. It's adrenaline goes high, and then perhaps we accomplish their highest performance. And then we some level that expect that kind of adrenaline to do the work. But anyhow, it's really nice to practice or build some discipline to deal. Procrastinating is one of it, but it's the avoiding problems and procrastinating is quite different. Let's say that yeah, it's the let's say we notice in some part of our body is obviously getting our attention, any part, hands or legs or hips or whatever, neck or teeth or thyroid, whatever, whichever that portion. And then we just avoiding that message because I think it's the fear of knowing what's really happening. If it's resonating to the negative fact, sometimes it's the knowing the reality, it's scary. But when we open to it and look at the tiger's eye in eye to eye, and then it's not scary. Yeah, that type of, but we do that to as a human to avoid something unwanted negative. So that's the mature way of dedicating that, accepting that negative aspect of our life is also part of our life. That's what it is. Yeah, there's an yin yang and then both, and then there's an always fun joy, and then this is the sorrow and sadness, and it's a disappointment, and these are all packaged. So we got to embrace in each aspect, especially that one that fearful. Just put that blindfolding, not to see, not to hearing, not to speaking. That's what collectively some regions, hello, here in Japan, it's like tendency to avoiding as an passive aggressive. It's like, oh no, no, it's a collective energy. But anyhow, so it's that's and then that's not overcoming, just getting rid of. It's not that. It's more of getting the information and get the lessons and head out of there. Unless otherwise, the repeated energy is coming back until we get lessons. I mean, that's what the life, if you call karma, and then that could be the karma, part of karma. So the unhealthy thought is, if I ignore a problem, it will go away. This is like me, was me. It's like, oh, I'm wishing this fibroid to be melt away. No, no, no. It became too big, honey. It's not gonna melt away as a chocolate. It could maybe several years ago, but hello, it's nearly a 10-pound big. It's like so. It's not gonna melt away. So we got to deal with it. And then this is a type denial. I'm a type denial to just it's okay not to it's okay then it's not okay and then do something. So know your type. Then I am absolutely this one, so need the extra practice to yeah, to managing own weakness as an as an, a better manager of our own nature to live life more enjoyably, harmoniously, I must say. So healing fear. Healing fear. 25. Yeah, I mean, my fibroid really like growing like 10 pound big. It's about 4.5 kilogram, which is bigger than baby, pregnancy. How denial I was. And still with that nature though. Yeah, still part it's not good or bad. It's the that's the nature of yeah, nature of it's a part of myself. So the idea is to how we can manage that part of us in a balanced way, knowing that weakness also to make it as the strength. So the gift of denial is that because deny, and then getting some education or getting some information, some ideas and plans, and so well prepared, they're in this denial. No, 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 no. And then getting some, and then educating, so, and then ended up like pretty much knowledgeable about particular things. That's the byproduct. And then also the gift of denial. So when the denial type people decide to move on and then just move the mountain, so to speak. Yeah, that's what type of a denial. Okay, the healing fear. Here we go. Okay. Even though we think we can ignore a problem, sooner or later, our intuition brings it to our attention. At first, the right brain will create subtle feeling of fear, the signal that there's a problem. If tension and uneasiness don't get our attention, then our emotional intuition will escalate to anxiety and panic. Simultaneously, a biochemical cascade between our right brain and body creates symptoms of illness, including ulcers, asthma, heart palpitations, rashes, and other health problems. People who experience chronic anxiety when struggle with something in their life that they don't yet know how to handle, ignoring intuitive insights, intuitive feelings as they manifest through anxiety and panic will not help us move forward in life. By approaching a problem head on, we develop a sense of mastery, which is the antidote for anxiety. Mm. So the sense of mastery of own nature, default nature. So knowing that natural default, and then how you're gonna drive your nature is totally up to you for yours, and mine for myself. So yeah, this reminder is pretty timely, perhaps. Healing fear, six energy center: intuition, intellect, perception, mind, thinking, with the fear about knowing but never know what is going to happen. So it's just not to want to, to do anything, hoping to melt away. That's unhealthy. So healthy way, again, when it comes to a problem that makes me anxious, I approach it and do not avoid it. I have an ultimate resource of courage and spirit within me. Unhealthy thought is, if I ignore a problem, it will go away. That's the reminder for this week. It's very timely for me. It's just dedicate and take care one by one. And then when we want to avoid many cases that we think bigger than actually is, because unknown. And most of the people, something we don't know yet, and then do nothing, avoid the task. That's the nature of human, I think. That's what I learned from the workplace, that my team member, and then I ask someone to do some certain things, and then observing that that particular person don't do normally, that she does pretty quickly. Needs this reminder. Yeah, it's very actively taking care of these tasks that I ask her to do, but at some particular things that she's not doing it. That's what I observed, and then I thought maybe she doesn't know how to do it, or what to do it, or not confident enough to do it, the task that I asked her to do. And it's even that, to unable to say so, as I don't know what to do with it. It's a pride, or to be unsafe to, if openly said that I don't know how. So these component is there, and most of the time that it's required courage to speak out, like, hey, I don't know, can you tell me, can you teach me how to. That is really required courage, and to healthy self-esteem and openness, the mature, secure, mature. That's why you can ask openly. So if that's the case, sometimes can be hard to admit we don't know. So yeah, it's just that we want to pretend, but that's the it's impossible that we know everything, right? But if every time we ask, or we needed to do something that we don't know, and then we may be able to change we may want to change the environment doing that. I mean, it's the that's how we check that the environment we are with is resonating or not. We need a growing, supportive environment, which is like everything that is needed. I know, and then there's a very low opportunity to grow because we already know. So we need to find some place that's something new and to be able to learn something. But if the everything, most like 80% of the things that we need to educate ourselves, and then probably that's not resonating to where you are at your stage of growing, so better to be change the environment being part of. So that's a good awareness too. But most of the time, we don't do when we don't know. So, and then we don't ask when we are insecure about self or in that dynamic. So providing the secure space is another thing that's important to establish that open relationship, but to that's sort of like a human nature, perhaps. So when we notice avoiding it, and then perhaps to feed self with the related information, and then it comes to the reliable information is important, because nowadays that we can search through the internet. Last century was very difficult to get the information, go to library or ask someone who may know, or knock the door of the professional. That's the way to learn, get some information, educate ourselves. But now it's like search, you know, ask the AI assistant to get some information. But is this reliable information? Another things that we must pay attention to. But to feed with the information and educate, and then to fear disappear, and then be able to take care. The hurdle of deny avoiding can be little bit lower in by doing that. So that's what the reminder. Yeah, with the courage, either way, to unknown requires education, get some information, to courage, to the Concoy, like the dealing, taking care of the fear of disappointing, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of whatever, to feel comfortable with imperfection and do it until we hit that yes moment. But today's quote I got is the Thomas Edison's I never failed, but I experienced in 100,000 times was not succeeding. So labeling failure is only our way of labeling it, but finding the unsuccessful way. Yeah, 100,000 times. That's it. So enough experience, and until find a way that it works. It works. That's so true. And then we only see other people's succeeded portion, and then 100,000 times that they are doing. It's the it not necessary sharing it that, but that's the nature of that. Yeah. So, would you like to pull the card for this week's reminder? This one is a good reminder. It's the thinking, and then also the future, because yeah, when we talk about or think about, you're welcome. the goals and wishes, and but on the other hand, everything is happening here now. The time space is just the illusion. The linear time is just the illusion. So when we can imagine and it's happening without imagine it, and then it's pretty hard to align into. 2, 1, 2. Yay. 1, 2. So here is the reminder for this week for you. And I share healthy thought and unhealthy thought. And then let me go scan your energy and come up with a reminder might be helpful for you this week. Okay. The card you picked is healing anger. Healing anger. 7th energy center, crown chakra, color purple, divine higher self, awareness, life purpose. That's what the energy center. In conjunction with anger. Anger is one of the 5 human basic emotions: love, joy, fear, anger, and sadness. So called the negative emotions, but anger is a charged up energy. The expectation is not meeting as the way that thought it would be. So then how come it is this way or not this way? That charged up energy is the anger. So here's the healthy thought in conjunction with the crown chakra. Things that have been out of balance will soon be back in balance. As I remove confusion and gain greater clarity in my life, order will be restored. That's a good affirmation. Good affirmation. An unhealthy thought is things should be different in my life. Okay. So let me go scan your energy. By the way, I just created some energy word here. The Penmanship calligraphy yesterday with a different pastel color with chose the 7 color to test in to create some things that caught my attention. Okay, so yeah, it's a great amount of frustrations of the bringing down to the earthy experience, that to linear time alignment, and how you're gonna harmonize in all the part that you are creating as a new self, and to discipline each part, self and around. However, that this frustration is coming to as though when. The question is when, which way. I'm here, that's what I'm hearing. And this is a great affirmation. I think that things that have been out of balance will soon be back in balance. As I remove confusion and gain greater clarity in my life, order will be restored. So it comes down to, might be a good idea to clean up the goal and what you've been created, and also the vision, the life purpose, and to finding some cohesive way of creating the story, scenario, it's not asking you to change anything, but just to find in the element that currently creating the harmonious space. And then maybe if you put everything in it, and then it doesn't give you a good harmonized balance. You know what I'm saying? If you put all the spices in the soup because you have it, doesn't give you the tasty soup sometimes. So you may need to remove some, spices or something, some element that you have right now, for now, to create the harmony, to sustaining, maintaining the wellness, alignment to your creation. Just, I think the reminder would be that no need to be everything on it right now as the way to create new reality. That doesn't mean that you are giving up some portion of it. Just a matter of timing to adding it to that. Maybe you can use that element as a main course, or maybe you can use that ingredients for dessert. But it's the same course of the life path towards the next destination. So you may want to find out and then that would give you such a relief that, oh, no need to put everything on one plate. The one plate can serve this, and that's it. Fine. And once you get clear about peace out of that, oh, this is just fine, not giving up anything. I am going to create from here. And I give myself permission with this perfection, with the minimum element, to tada and to enjoy, to align, embrace, and then move on. And then probably then the energy gonna change, and the way that the one with the universe, the way the synchronicity and the response might be changing. So I'm sending the healing to relax and remove some element from your plate right now, to be ease and embracing the minimum, the less is more. Indeed, that's what the reminder. Less is more, and define simplest, removing to create the cohesive oneness to your creation, life path, and then here you and the world around you. Thank you for allowing. I think energy shifted. I feel it. Yeah, this is pretty much a new kind of reminder for your ongoing creation. I think it's like so intensely creating discipline, and then here it's like a relax, remove, coherence, and accept that without giving up on it. I like that. Yeah, new chapter, So give yourself a suggestion to what would be the good, harmonious minimum element that you bring in at time, and then the next, and the next. That really creates ease. Yeah, that's the word, ease and joy, instead of hard work and over energy charged. Yeah, that could be a nice flow, relaxing, and I like that. I like that. I wish I would like to go there. I must put that effort in it. That's my stage, but yeah. Well, thank you for sharing the wonderful Love Represents in live, Mel. Great way to start the new week. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the nice word. Very welcome. So let us connect as one energy and consciously connect to our chosen destination, intention, and connect to feel the energy of oneness by synchronizing our breath. So let's do that. So let us take a deep breath from nose and then connect each part of ourselves, what we are thinking, feeling, noticing what our body is getting our attention, which part, which way. Just connect 0 point here now, embodying the peace here, peace. Where is the peace here? And then let go of no longer serving people, event as the second. And then the third, to embody and connect and receive as usual. So let's do that. Let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3, 1 from the nose. Go. 2, 3. And exhale. My body, the shoulder is getting attention. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And then let go out, no longer serving everything by saying out, out, out. Ready? Inhaling from the nose, go now. The last one. Inhaling all fresh energy from the nose into our body and beingness and free, embodying the chosen experience, next destination, your goal, new reality, as if it's happening here now, embodying it, and then send it to connect to the field, the energy of oneness, and support one another's intention as if it's already happening, and then receive one, bringing in here to connect. I think this is this gives a lot of time lag. I'm having other device here, but it's so delaying. Hope you are okay with it, Mel. So let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3 now. And embody your goals, your next destination, your wishes, as if it's already happening. And just take a moment and notice it, feel it, hear it. Who's around you? Where are you? What you're seeing, what you're hearing, what's the temperature around you. Just notice it as if it's already happening. And then connect to the field energy that we are co-creating here. And then send in, receiving one to your creation. And then thank you for joining and co-creating energy. I think there isn't a time lag, but I hope we can connect this way. Yay, thank you, Mel. So, I think this week to be a catching up tempo, some new flow can be taking places. You are so welcome. Thank you for your presence in live, Mel. You make my day a lot meaningful, special. Thank you so much. And let us embody that oneness and pay attention to the harmonious energy that reminding ourselves that something that we are unable to change, and then we must change. The story just popped up before I came to this broadcast was that when ship is on sailing and they're in the night, there's a light from far away, and then communicating is like, hey, you need to change the direction because we are too big and unable to change. And then the other says like, no, we cannot change it, you should change it. And then the captain responded, no, we are unable, you change it. No. saying that we cannot change, you change. And then the captain responded again, and so it's like, no, we can't. We are too big to change. You must change it. And then I said, no, we are lighthouse. We can't change, I'm telling you. And then the captain immediately switched that direction. So that's something that are unable to change. And then we must flexibly change in it. I think that is what it is, that it is wise to be flexible, even if it is hard to change it and then want other to change it. But sometimes it's easy to flexibly shift in the direction, avoiding the conflict, whatever the reasons are. I know. So means like not depending on the world to change, but we can use power to change and to sustain, maintaining the harmonious flow, harmonious ride on our own journey towards the next destination. I sometimes go like, no, 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 you change it, you change it. I think I'm telling to the lighthouse, but it's not wise to enjoy sailing. Bon voyage to the next destination. Well, thank you, Mel. You have a wonderful evening, and I see you when I see you. And the play viewer, thank you for joining if you're still watching. Thank you. I truly appreciate your co-creation. And please subscribe me if you haven't done it yet on YouTube or Twitch. And leave a comment if you need a healing request. That's something that I do take for community service for free work. Thank you. And I see you when I see you. Bye. I know it takes time to